Anyway, I don't know what it is, but I've had this insane cough for the past like week that's just not going away. I've been eating cough drops like my life depends on it. I've had more cough drops in the past week than I have probably had in like the past 4 or 5 years. That's insane. And I don't know what's going on. I coughed so much in class today. I hate coughing in class. There's something about coughing in class that is just so terrifying. The weather outside is pretty good. I look good today, but what else is new? I think I'm gonna go outside and find somewhere to sit and photosynthesize for a bit because I think it's a good day to feel the sun on your skin, and if you're cold you can just shift, if you're hot you can just shift into the shade a little bit, and then it's great. I think I'm gonna go do that, and I don't know what I will do. Annoyed. On the bright side though, I did finish my paper, my midterm paper. I just need to do like a last run through, like a last read over, which I hate to do, but this paper is probably the worst thing I've written in a long time, so I want to like make it at least somewhat good. So I'm gonna do a final run through, gonna turn it in at midnight, before midnight, whatever, and then I'll be done. I'll be free.
So why don't we like taking breaks? Sometimes it feels wrong to take breaks because hustle culture has been so embedded in us. We're told that the people who work hard are the ones who will succeed. People who aren't always working are considered lazy and taking everything for granted. But how much can a person work before they become not a person? You know, I recently read this book for a class called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Ken Kesey, and I don't recommend it at all. I actually really hated it. But if you like 1984 because of the social commentary or whatever, I think you might enjoy it. Not the most ideal spot because there's a road literally right behind me. So I don't even know if you can hear me. But now that I've settled in here, I'm going to probably work on some origami butterflies because I learned, I learned how to make those a couple of days ago. And one of my friends, Ankita, she said she wanted some decorations, but she wanted like cute little paper stuff. So I was like, perfect, I'll make these origami butterflies that kind of look like moths to me. I don't remember how to make them, but I will relearn. I will relearn. And through the power of friendship, I will make the butterflies. Naruto would be proud of me. Have you guys seen the 20th anniversary reanimation of it? It's so clear. Like my eyes were hurting from how HD that was. Like clearer than my vision. Epic. I freaking love Naruto. I think it's one of my top favorite anime. Nope. I made a crane, swan, whatever it's called instead because for some reason that was easier than a butterfly. I learned how to make these in 4th grade and then I forgot, but they're literally much easier than I realized. So cute. I'll give this to my friend. Oh my god, the sun is in my face. Anyway, the main character of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Chief Bromden, is always comparing society to a machine. People are the parts of the machine making sure it works properly, but the second people stop working or are considered abnormal, they are condemned to the mental asylum to be fixed. At first, I didn't understand where this was coming from, but the more I read the book, the more I applied it to real life, the more sense it made. I ate it. We're always praised for working hard, or always working, or always giving it our all, but the second we decide we need a break or get sick or anything because of work and can't keep up that pace anymore, we are told to get our act together, to stop wasting time and potential in our youth. Are we not wasting time and potential in our youth by overworking ourselves? If our fate at the end of the day is to be just another cog in the machine of society until we run out of use, are we really living, much less living for ourselves? Last year, a professor told my class something that will always stick with me, or I hope will always stick with me. She was telling us that even she feels like she can't do something she enjoys without feeling guilty or wondering if she's wasting her time and could be using that time to do something more productive. She told us it's not being lazy. Sometimes it's just being human, because everyone in class was telling her how they felt like they had a lazy or unproductive weekend where they didn't do any work for classes or whatever else. And it was just a nice thing to hear from a professor. You know what I mean? I just got the cutest idea, and I'm not gonna tell it because what if I can't make it come true? But I just had the most wonderful idea, and I need you guys to know. And I will update you guys if it becomes like real. Humans aren't wired to be constantly working. We need to take breaks before our body decides to take the break for us in the form of a health issue or two, or three, or more that will hinder us even more in the long run. And I'm not saying there is anything wrong with working hard and having drive. I'm saying it's wrong to work that hard because you feel like you have no worth otherwise, or working so hard that you run yourself into the ground. Some people have to work that hard just to survive, but even those people need a break or two. Once you work long enough, you forget what it's like to take a break, what it feels like to not be working. Much like my professor, I often get this feeling that I can't do something fun because it just feels wrong. I know it shouldn't. I know it's okay to take break, that it's a necessity actually, but that doesn't stop me from feeling like I'm not using my time wisely for taking a 5-minute break. I get over it pretty fast usually, but it's always there in the back of my brain. Y'all, it is 10:33 and I fully forgot that I had this paper to turn in. I got too invested in watching Geronimo Stilton. It's okay, I'm just doing like a final read through now. Good thing too, because I misspelled a main character's name. That is so embarrassing. I know y'all know that feeling of knowing you have no work left to do, but still feeling like you're forgetting to do something. That's the worst, especially once you suddenly have so much free time after finishing a time-consuming task. I just had a completely free weekend for the first time this semester, and I was at such a loss for what to do with that time. It felt great, but also, now I want that sort of weekend to be my everyday, but that's just not possible. Think about it this way. There is nothing that you could be doing that's a waste of time as long as you are alive and breathing. You could die any minute. Do you really want your last moments to be feeling guilty about taking a break? Do you want to spend your life wasting away with the thought of not having done enough, even if your body is breaking down, begging for rest? I know I don't, so I'm going to keep working on not feeling bad for taking breaks when I can afford to. Sometimes you need a break from your routine to see things differently and more efficiently. Sometimes taking a break helps you realize something vital or lets you have an aha moment. Sometimes taking a break is actually the most productive thing you can be doing. Constantly working will tire out your brain, and resting for even a few minutes can allow it to recharge and have a fresh perspective. If you're feeling jittery, channel that adrenaline into something that's a different type of productive, like cleaning your room, because I know y'all be letting your laundry and trash and dishes pile up. Clean that. Get it done. With this method, you'll be using that energy or guilt to still get important chores and tasks out of the way. You'll still be taking a break from your work, but there's less active work for your brain to do. Put on some music or start talking to yourself, or both. Go for a walk or rearrange your room or whatever else, just to get rid of all of your restlessness. Allow yourself to rest because you deserve it, even if you spent all day doing nothing. Some days are just like that. All that being said, I'll see you guys next time, next week, maybe. Until then, take care, be smart, be kind, and stay safe, everybody. This video is not over, so please don't click away. Give me the views, give me the retention rate. Thank you. Hey guys, so with all the free time I have found myself with, I have been rewatching Black Butler because I finished Geronimo Stilton. So sad. But I'm watching Black Butler, and you know what? I think it's the only acceptable anime that I know of to watch and dubbed because, they're literally British. So it makes sense. I used to be so obsessed with Sebastian Michaelis. Like, I literally had my online persona
named Alice Michaelis. Why Alice? It just sounds like a 19th century name, you know, like Alice Michaelis. My mom, she found my old iPod, and I don't know why she knows the password, but she went through and she found, I had so many pictures of anime in general, but Sebastian Michaelis saved on there, and she found the most embarrassing one with him shirtless, and she was like, who is this? I was like, I need you to get off of my iPod right now, because that iPod had all the fan fiction I wrote for Sebastian Michaelis also, and I don't need, no more questions, please.